Hi, first grade. I'm here to do our Worldly Wise with us today. And this week we're going to be doing all our words are to be doing with another type of art, which is this. And this is a wall and it's got painting on the wall. And so if you do a really big painting on a wall, that's often called a mural. So we have a mural at MPFS. One of them has been painted over, but we did used to have a big dragon on the side of the wall. And also when you go up to the 4th and 5th grade classrooms, there's the big secret garden painting. That's called a mural as well. So artwork doesn't necessarily have to be in an art gallery. It can be other types of things as well. So all our words today and our story is about painting a mural. So in case you missed the live check-in, I'll just go through the vocabulary words with you again. So the first one is, there are 12 of them in a year, and this is September. So that's quite a nice easy one. And the word is month. Month. The second one is just to do with our art. So that's the word that we are looking at this week, and that's mural. The next word is, he is a monkey and he's pretending to be a monkey. So the word is imitate. And the word imitate means to pretend to be something. So you could imitate a superhero, or you might be imitating a ballerina. So imitating is when you pretend to be something else. She is an actor on the stage, and all these people are clapping. And another word for clapping is applause. So when we watched our play Into the Woods, we applauded them at the end. So the word is applause. This is an album, and it's got pictures in it that have been taken with a camera. So that's a nice easy word. It's photograph. And sometimes we just use the word photo, but the full word is photograph. And it's got the word graph in it at the end, which is the same as we'd use in math. The next word is, this little girl is measuring herself, and she used to be this tall, and now she's got to be this tall. So the word is grow. So we would say this little girl has grown, which means to get bigger in height. So this person here, he was sitting down and now he's getting up to get on the bus. So we would say another word to get up is to rise. So you can rise as you get up out of a chair, but it's also something could rise up in the sky, like a hot air balloon, or a balloon would rise as well. So this word is rise. The next word is, this little boy is being very sensible because he can see a car and he's not rushing to cross. So if you do something that's very grown up, we say you're being very mature. So the word mature means that it's you're acting beyond your years. And sometimes we use that word for things that are old. So a cheese that has had to develop over a long period of time, we might say is a mature cheese. So the word mature. The next one is this one, and she's got a box of shells out, and she's looking at the shells and she's thinking about her lovely vacation when she was sitting on the beach. So when you're thinking about something that's gone already in the past, that's called your memory, and your memory is stored up in your brain. So we say she's having lovely memories of her vacation. The word is memory. And the last one is, this little boy's painting, and he's really good at art. If you're really good at art, we'd say, wow, you're really artistic. And that means that you're really good at art, artistic. So today's story is called A Mural of Memories, and it's about Miss Schumann's class again. And we're going to be reading it and then seeing if we could spot the words in the story. So it was the last day of school, and the kids in Miss Schumann's class were getting ready to do their last class project. Just think, Miss Schumann said, pointing to the calendar. In less than 3 months, you'll be in 2nd grade. You've all grown so much this year. I grew 3 inches, said Cozy, rising out of his seat to show how tall he'd grown. Miss Schumann said, Yes, Cody, you have gotten tall, but growing doesn't mean getting taller. It also means learning more and acting more mature, more grown up. I can read a whole book now, said Josanne. I guess that means I learnt a lot about reading. It certainly does, said Miss Schumann. You know, the last day of school is kind of like the last day before New Year. It's a good time to think back and recall about the past year. Today we're going to make a mural of some of the fun things we did this year. Then we can leave it in the classroom for the next class of first graders to see. Miss Schumann taped a very long sheet of paper to the wall, and all of the kids grabbed their crayons and they gathered around. So we had in that section, we had month. So she said in 3 months. So if that was from now, we're in May, that would be June, July, August. And you're going to be in second grade as well next year. And she said, you've all grown so much. So you were smaller and now you're bigger. But Miss Schumann also explained that grown has got another meaning, and that means you can grow in how much you're learning as well. So I would say, wow, when we first started this, your learning has really grown. So that means it's got bigger. And we also had Cody rising out of his seat, so he was getting up. And Miss Schumann said that growing is also learning more and being more mature, which means being more grown up. And they also are doing a mural, is the activity they're going to be doing. So the kids got to work on the mural, drawing and colouring their favourite first grade memories. This year we learnt a lot about celebrating the New Year, Caroline said. Do you remember going to the Chinese New Year parade? That was really cool. I'm drawing a picture of a Chinese fan from the parade. Thomas sprung out of his seat, imitating the lion dancer from the parade. A couple of the other kids joined in, marching around the room and making scary faces. Jordan burst out laughing when he saw how silly Thomas looked. Maggie giggled. I was thinking about Josanne's funny story about the goat eating their New Year pumpkin, she said, and she drew a big orange pumpkin. I guess the goat wanted to celebrate too, said Miss Schumann. That pumpkin soup Josanne's mother made was awfully good, wasn't it? She smiled. Who else has a memory of our school to share? I loved making the kites and decorating them, said Jasmine. Jasmine was very artistic and always loved projects that involved painting and drawing. She drew a kite with a long tail. So what was Thomas doing that made Jordan laugh? Do you remember in that passage? So he was imitating, so he was pretending to be a lion dancer. We also had memories in that section, so they're looking back on their time in first grade. And we had imitating, the lion dancer, and also Jasmine, who's very artistic, so that means she's really good at art. When they were done, everybody stood back and looked at the colourful mural they had made. It really did show many wonderful memories of first grade. Well, boys and girls, Miss Schumann said, it's almost time to leave. It's been a fun year, and I hope you'll visit me when you return in the fall. I think you ought to give yourselves a big round of applause for doing such a great job this year. She began clapping, and the other kids followed along. We're number one, some of the kids shouted. While they were still clapping and cheering, Miss Schumann brought out a big fancy cake, and on top of it was a photograph of some of the kids in the class taken on the first day of school last year. Now the kids could really see how much they'd grown. Miss Schumann cut the cake and she passed out all the pieces to the children while they talked about their summer plans. Before long, the parents came to pick up their kids and take them home. Have a great summer, Miss Schumann called as they left. Remember, read a book, make a friend, and enjoy every day. We will. Happy summer, said the kids. Happy summer. So we had in that applause, so they were clapping for themselves because they've had such a great year. And we also had a photograph as well. So that is our story. And your questions are, about imitating a line dancer was what Thomas was doing, and also you need to look back as well. What were the kids doing for Miss Schumann? They were making a what? Thank you.